Well, one stock today that's leading the charge higher is Apple. We have Apple climbing after Oppenheimer raises its rating to outperform. Now, the firm's analyst thinks that its products and services will prove more resilient than others during uncertain times. Joining us now to discuss more on this, we have Dan Howley. And Dan, when we take a look at the reaction in the stock today, it's on track for its best day going back to December 2018. Do you think, is there thought out there that Apple stock was oversold last week just in the wake of the sell-off that we saw and the weakness just across the board in equities?
I think so. I think people were initially kind of shaken by the fact that, the plants that Apple needs to produce its devices were shut down for some time, and they're still not back to 100%. They also didn't have their stores open in the Greater China area, and the Greater China region makes up the third largest revenue for its regional sales areas. So obviously that means that it was a big punch in the gut to Apple. I think, though, they realize that this is only a momentary issue. This is not a systemic problem for Apple by any stretch of the imagination. The company is working just as well as it did prior to the coronavirus outbreak as it is now. So I don't think that any investors or analysts really took much into the idea that there might be a problem for Apple. I think it was just part of the broader sell-off that we saw. And, Oppenheimer admits that they even went too far thinking that Apple might be vulnerable as far as iPhone sales go, whereas, there might be competitors that could come in that could push it away. Well, they've proven that that's not the case by selling these phones at a remarkable clip. Obviously, the smartphone market has started to slow down a little bit, and it'll continue to do so until we get really the 5G surge that we're expecting with the iPhone 12. And the iPhone 11 might be limited in inventories, but a lot of folks now are saying that could push more people to purchase the iPhone 12, which in addition to the 5G capabilities would make it a big seller for the company. So they already have people locked in with iOS. You add on the Apple Watch and the AirPods, that's even more reason for you to stick with Apple. There's really nothing going on here, I think, as far as the coronavirus goes or the larger sell-off that says there's a bigger issue here for Apple. Well,